Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Gig Coach Jake. Just like many of you, I work these gig apps. I run several different apps, including rideshare and food delivery. I'm a YouTube creator and also have a consulting business for gig workers. Dylan asked me to do a video on Doordash and how you can make up to $20 or more per hour. Before we get into that video, if you're not a subscriber, make sure to go and subscribe to this channel and turn on that notification bell. That way you can get any notifications of future videos like this one. So let's get right into this. Now, the most important thing is to go into your week with some type of plan. The last thing we want to do is leave it all up to chance. If you're just going out there, turning on the app and accepting offers, you're not going to have very good results. So very important that you have a plan going into the week. Now, when I say plan, that all revolves around your goal, right? Some of us do this part-time, some do full-time. If it's full-time, you better be out there almost every day hitting a daily goal. I'm not going to go into too much about that, about goal setting, all that. I just want to talk about how to make up to 20 or more per hour and some of the things that are going to help you get to success. So plan your week out ahead. Some things are going to help you with that planning. Work areas that have higher demand. We want to shoot for at least 3 deliveries per hour. If you're not getting at least 3 per hour, you're really relying on big deliveries to make that 20 per hour, and it's just not going to happen on Doordash. There's some other apps that are better for that, where you can get a lot more big offers. But on Doordash, we're going to need at least 3 per hour average for deliveries. How would you get 3 per hour? We have to work busier areas. Like I said, higher demand. We have to be selective about where we pick up from. Some places can take forever, right? So those that do food delivery have done it before. You're probably thinking, no, man, not for me. It's a nightmare. Trust me, there is great money in food delivery. I average $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery alone. So you might want to try it out and check my channel for more tips and tricks on all the different food delivery apps. But back into this. So you need to figure out in your market, where is there higher demand? What's a great way to figure that out? Go in the customer app. The customer app gives all the merchants. You can then go into and look what areas have the most amount of merchants and restaurants that they partner with. Then you could position yourself for a little bit more success, right? Now, in your planning in the beginning of the week, you could think, where am I going to work? That's a huge thing, right? So now you have some information on where some busy areas. Then when you start your plan out in the week, you know where you're going to go to work, where you're going to drive to. Maybe it's a little bit of ways. I know some people live farther away from the city or busier spots. It has to be worth the travel time, gas, and miles you're putting on your car if you're doing that. So make sure. A huge factor in success is to cherry pick. I know it's tough. We all have, those of us that have a good work ethic, we want to go out there and we accept everything. We want to have a higher acceptance rating. We want to do a great job, and we don't want to leave anybody hanging, right? We feel like if we reject something, we're leaving somebody hanging. That's a tough part about independent contractor work is we have a vehicle, right? I have to pay a car payment on this car. I have to pay insurance. What if my gas mileage, what if I have to pay more in gas? Say that I'm using a vehicle that isn't very economic in fuel. I have to make better choices there too. So there's a lot of variables and factors that go into that as far as independent contractors, what type of decisions we're going to make. Now, when I cherry pick, I want to see a minimum of $6 to $7 when I accept an offer. A lot of information, a lot of variables, again, that go into that. On Doordash, the minimum you will make is $5. They show you a guaranteed amount. You'll make no less than $5 per delivery. So the minimum you're going to make if you do get 3 an hour is $15. Again, there's a lot of ways we can do that up. I have very extensive tips and tricks on my channel on the different food delivery apps like DoorDash and how to do that. Every market's different, so market dependent, right? Being in a bigger city, bigger market, you have a chance to make more and stay busier. Smaller markets, not as busy, but they do run a lot of extra dollar per delivery promos where you can make 5 to 8, even I've seen as high as $10 extra per delivery. So you're making $10, $15 a delivery without needing a big tip or anything like that. So right there, I mean, you're making 10 per delivery. You say 2 per hour to make $20 an hour. So being a small market does not mean you cannot make good money. They're run a lot of promos to grow in these markets, so there's a lot of opportunity. A lot of sign-on and referral bonuses too. So check the description. I have a referral link for DoorDash itself, and also the link to my channel. Anyhow, back to the video. Cherry pick places that are slow, right? So a lot of our markets, we know restaurants or things that we've been to, think like certain fast food places are going to be fast, right? Certain ones are going to be slow. I know if I go to Starbucks, it's going to be slower wait. Starbucks isn't on DoorDash, but just to give an example, Wendy's is a great one. It's a fast food. You're going to get paid a little bit higher because you're actually placing the order. We can get through a fast food pretty quick. Again, knowing your own market, you're going to know which places are faster and slower based on maybe just the employees that work there or the management, right? Efficient. We do not want to accept things that are going too far. Distance is a very key here. One of the things I track, one of the metrics is dollar per mile. When doing this business, you better be making at least $1 per mile or you're not doing very well as far as profit margin. The tax IRS says that it costs us 54 cents per mile to basically run our vehicles for work. So just think about that. If you're making less than $1 per mile, that's really cutting into your profit margin there when you deduct that 54 cents per mile. And it's costing you to use your vehicle to run and do these apps. So you have to be very selective. Do not hesitate to reject. I've had as low as 0% acceptance rating on this app because I run multiple different apps and I'm busier on some of the other ones. And DoorDash is kind of like my side piece, right? I have my main apps and DoorDash for me is my side piece. I don't make as much, but I do find a lot of really good deliveries and it's a great app for a lot of people. Another thing, you need to do the opposite of others. Now, what do I mean when I say the opposite? For example, say that in the different regions, so DoorDash, it'll be split into different regions. In your spot, say that they're running a promo for an extra $2 per delivery. Guess what that's going to do? If the surrounding regions do not have a higher promo, if it's only $1 or none, they're going to drive over to work that other area. Beautiful. Do the opposite. It's not always worth it. Guess what? If it's a little bit higher, you're going to have too many drivers. It's going to decrease the relation, the ratio of demand to drivers. You're not going to get as many pings, and you're going to get a lot of crappy ones. So you're better off to go work that plus $1 area if it's neighboring a +2, just to give an example, or situations like that. If there's an area where there's a lot of drivers work and you're not getting as much pings, you might want to go check out a different area. Always test things out to figure out what's going to work best for you. So a great example of doing the opposite of everyone. I know that in Lyft or Uber, I'm notoriously doing the opposite of everyone else to stay successful, right? Too many drivers in one area, it decreases your chance of actually getting a ping, let alone making some money. So work smarter than harder, but always work hard. Reassign bad offers. If I get an offer and I accept it and I go in there and look, say I show up to the merchant and they tell me, oh, it's not going to be done for 30 minutes. We just got it. And I'm making $7. Is $7 really worth your half an hour? Is $7 for half an hour going to get you to 20 per hour goal? So you always got to keep that in mind. Which decisions am I making that are going to help me get up in dollar per hour, or are they holding me back, right? Power of choice. We all have the power of choice. You are an independent contractor. You will not get deactivated for rejecting offers. Customer rating, that's one you need to keep up. So there's a couple tricks on that. My channel, I talk about sending a text when you leave to let them know you're on your way, and also one afterwards to help them go back and rate you. A lot of times good service goes unrated, but those are unhappy. Maybe there's an item missing or it's prepared badly, things we have no control over, and we're going to get the ding. So just some simple things where we can keep our rating up where we need to. Acceptance rating, don't worry about it. Cherry pick the heck out of it, man. They're not paying your bills. Work smart. Create a no-fly list. So when you do run into situations where there's a complete headache, they were a-holes, whatever the case may be, I actually have an ongoing list on my phone of places I will not go to. I don't care what the offer amount is. I take that back. There's some situations where a certain dollar amount makes up for it, right? Because it's time. If I know a place that just takes forever and it's a bigger offer, say that it's a $200 bill and I'm potentially going to make $20 plus on that, then it might be worth my time. A little risk versus reward on that in that situation. So create a no-fly list. meaning places we're not going to, or a minimum. Have a minimum. I know on Grubhub app, I have minimums to certain places that I'm going to go to. Control your own destiny. I can't stress this enough. We're independent contractors. Even with rideshare, I cherry pick. Every app I cherry pick. Why? Because that is my right. In the Doordash agreement, you will see in the terms of service, it even talks about making choices to maximize our profits. Again, well within our rights and the things we should be doing to maximize our income, our earnings, and our profit margin. Thanks to those of you that made it to the end of this video. In the description, again, is a sign up link for DoorDash. Go get signed up ASAP. Email me at gigcoachjake@gmail.com if you do use my referral link. That way I can help you maximize your earnings while on the road. There's also in the description the link to my YouTube channel, Gig Coach Jake. And again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave any comments or feedback. I hope you all have a great day. Be safe out there. Work hard, but always work smart.